Everybody. Looks like this is working. Alright, so I restarted the game. I figured out, like, there's a bunch of stuff that I think I can do differently that would make this a little bit smoother and a little bit better. So we're going to give some of this a try. I'm going to try and do a 2-floor plan. We're going to be a lot more efficient, I guess, with our spacing here. But yeah, let's try and get this like this here. Yeah, I wish we could do... I really wish you could do stairs that sort of, like, wind back and forth instead of like this, because this is kind of a weird way to do this, but because you're gonna end up with like stairs that are sort of like meh, all over the place. Either event though, yeah, we're gonna try and do a little bit more of a different sort of style of thing here. So I still don't 100% know how the hell this printer press actually works, really. I do wish you could actually have the whole thing set up slightly differently, but in any event. Yeah, so we need an input module. I'm pretty sure we need all three of these. Let's go ahead and grab the output module first. We'll put it like as far over as we can get it. And then just one tile extra off to the side here. That way we can fit a little bit of fans and stuff like that over there. And then we need the printer page module. Buffs assembling +2. I don't 100% know what that actually means here, but I think that should be fine. So we put that there, then we put the input module here, then we get them all strung together like that there. And this time it's like as close as we can possibly get it. This might cause some problems down the line, but what we're going to hope for is that we can get this to work out for us. We'll go ahead and get this wall with door. Can't put it like that, I feel like. Then we go for the industrial wallpaper. In there, we still need a ton of stuff here. Apparently we got different stuff here this time. Alright. So, we're gonna need, like, fans and stuff like that. We need light bulbs. Put down just the one light bulb here. But what we're going to try and do is have, like, wall with door under here, and we're gonna have like a bathroom utility kind of area in here. We're gonna have the newsroom down here, and then we're gonna have like some other stuff up here. That way, like oh, that's where that is. Okay, but yeah, this way we can have this like sort of work out a little bit better. So we're gonna have air vents like all the way across the top here. Try and get the temperature down as much as we could possibly do that. But then we're going to also have the bathroom over here, and it's going to have a ton of vents as well. So that way that'll push down the temperature a little bit underneath there as well. Okay, and then fans. Okay, we want some acoustic paneling in here. Now, what we could also do is just throw in a random-ass second door, I suspect, like this, but it doesn't seem to actually do much if you're doing it that way, so what we're going to instead have to do is just rely on good old-fashioned spacing here. So let's go ahead and add this stuff here. Let's figure out... So we need to have, like, all this stuff in, like, one little utilities area, so we need the washing station. We need the toilet, and we need, like, all that other stuff. So how do I want this arranged here? So we'll put the sweeping station back there. We'll have the workbench over here. And let's give them one space so we can put a garbage can in there. The transporter desk is something slightly different. I don't know if we'll put that there. I don't 100% think that we've had the washing station come into use, have we? Yeah, we have, actually. That was for the bathrooms. Okay, so that's going to be the janitor's gigantic-ass area, because that's actually huge. After that, we're going to have our toilet, which we're going to put, like, right over here. And because we got the toilet here, we've got the sort of necessity to add in an absolute ton of vents just above that. Okay, I forget where vents even are. This game has got too much stuff here. Up here. No, damn it. Why can I not remember where they put anything in this game? Alright. Air vents. So all that's going to help reduce the temperature everywhere else as well. We can also put this here. So our temperature has gotten like way more under control. We can put that there as well. And then we also want to go with the tile wallpaper in here. We could add in a fan as well, but looks like the smell is already under control in there from all the vents we added in. We'll add in a little bit of a sink here. And that should be a functional bathroom now. So what do we need for our actual like workers to do their jobs at this point in time? So the newspaper guys are going to be down here. This is going to be like our reporters and stuff like that. So we'll put a little area back here, or we could actually put the telegraphers up here because we're getting sound problems. So if we put 2 telegraphers over here, I don't know if that's the right call though. We'll get 2 telegraph stations here. Actually, we want to move that a little bit over. Okay, and then we're gonna need some acoustic paneling. Where we're gonna put our supplies is gonna be a bit of an issue as well. We don't have a great spot for that right now, I don't feel like. But, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so acoustic panels here. I guess we can put them way up top here. Nothing wrong with that. Leave room for some other stuff that'll go there. So we do that, we could put down some plants here. These things reduce noise, actually. Interesting. They reduce noise, smells, they reduce, like, noise, smells, and temperature somehow. That's very strange. I'm not sure why it reduces all of that. Either way, trash can over here, trash can over here, and then we'll get some reporter desks. We're actually gonna have like a fairly like low room sort of area here this time. Okay, so get ourselves a typesetting desk over here and an assembly table. And we'll just do that for now. And what we want to also do here is get a transporter desk and a filing cabinet, or a supply cabinet. We may not have enough room for that, though. Yeah. So we could do it if we did it like that, but what we could also do is do something a little bit more out of left field here. Oops. So like that. That'll also provide a bit of room between these areas here. Alright, so slower, but works for less money. Go ahead and do that for this sweeping here, or even the washing station, because we don't actually need necessarily that much washing. He is capable of doing that. Let's just check this part first here. Ernest Jenkins or Nick Martinez. So Nick Martinez, we're obviously going to have to do our supply logistics. So Ernest Jenkins is going to be workbench over here. He's perfectly fine for that. Over here, we got Boris. I think that's fine for this station, but we could also make him our washing station. Tanya Fernandez, I think we'll do like this. Because he's going to need to walk less. Transport a desk over there. And let's go ahead and open up my chat here so I've got it available. Alright, so we've got just cheap, no strings attached. They do society, government, and economy. Okay, so we would want probably Madeline Hu and Gilbert Shaw. So those will be our two. Over here, got some options as well. Produces 50% less trash. Just cheap, that would also be good. Machine that being worked on breaks down more slowly, and then we got nothing over there. I think that just cheap, no strings attached is really good here. Oh god, I can't see shit. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Okay. There we go. For the other one... I don't actually mind if the machine breaks down, so we'll just get Carla over there. Typesetting, we got this. Produces less trash. That doesn't really matter, but we'll do that anyway. And then over here, we got you, and that's fine. Okay, and then we're going to want some garbage cans. Some light bulbs as well. Okay, how are we doing for money? We've got money. I need us to chuck down a water cooler somewhere too. I think we're right over there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the red apple painting in where it's just gonna like help a bunch of people out, I guess. Okay. And then we'll put down some clocks. Okay. Where was the water cooler? I should also throw down some telegrapher globes and stuff like that. And which of you guys did society? You? Anyway, I think this is a pretty good setup here. I think this is okay. Again, I can't find water cooler. There it is. Okay, throw that down there. And I think that is going to be an office. Could throw down some small plants or something like that, but whatever. This is going to be fine for now. So hopefully our first newspaper is more successful than our last time we did this. Okay, so we got stuff going on down here. We got the ability to send Madeline Hu there. And Gilbert Shaw can go down the other one. Okay, perfect. I think we'll take it to this angle. No. Whatever, it's fine. I would have been better off putting her somewhere else. I just realized I should have put her on the show floor. But this is fine. Can I actually do... Yeah, I can do that. So I can switch it to this. So there's no actual, like, objective for what our newspaper is supposed to have in it, tags-wise, so we can actually be a little bit loosey-goosey with this here. Okay, so we have to wait for him to get back so he can follow up and head over there. We'll do the film set as our one here. So we can do all three of these. Gilbert, are you almost back here? There he is. Let's send him off. I have a typesetter and assembler backwards, but that's kind of fine. Alright, so we got something that's being worked on here. Another news stories. More of them coming in. That means we should have this one available now. One other line is now being set up here, so we'll be able to get that up and running in a little bit there. And we'll have lots of old news for our next paper, but that's fine. Ooh, perfect. Okay, Gilbert's got some crime for you to work on. Hopefully you don't get shot while you're working on this one. That's been known to happen in this profession, but whatever, it's fine. Apparently, like, none of these are actually done, and we're not even going to have, like, very many of them finished. I may need to hire another typesetter or something like that. I guess the thing that happened is, like, they started working on that one that was complex and required multiple sort of steps there. Or angles or something like that. I'm not really sure why it's taking them so long to get any of these done here. But literally none of them are printable right now. Fantastic. I wonder if these guys and their newspapers count as sales for the purpose of, like, us having newspaper sales there. That would be kind of nice if they would buy our own newspapers. We haven't printed any, so I'm not sure how that could possibly be what they're doing, but, you know. Yeah, the completion time on this one keeps getting pushed back a little bit, but that's fine. Can you imagine a newspaper that, like, runs an article once every week? That would be, like, 3 articles once every week. That would be such a bad newspaper. Alright. Sure. That gets me the key information that lets me then go down to here. This is a bad case. This is going to take a while. Alright, we got our first story done. This will be done by the evening. Get on it. Is this a joke? Nope. Get on the work there. Alright. Okay, we should actually be able to get one more article done before the necessary time. Be done at 11:37, so assuming we're relatively on time here. Top the crime board. Okay, cool. Still on time for this one. There we go. Okay, those are our 3 stories. Okay, so we don't have any ability to do like any theming here, so we just have to sort of hit what we got here. Roll the presses. $30,000 newspapers sold on our first one. I wish I hadn't read that, or did I? Alright. So we made a profit on our first day this time. And we got the ability to get to, like, Williamsburg here. We'll go ahead and select that one. So we need to do a sports and a crime, and we've got a crime on the way here, so that helps. Over here, we've also got sports. We've already finished the objective, okay. And those will definitely be done by the time we're sort of ready to roll the presses here, so... So we do have the ability to put up a crime board. Who does crime? You does crime, okay. So I think this basically just adds like a multiplier that makes them faster at whatever it is they're sort of doing, which is, you know, good. We got a baseball bat, which makes you better at sports. I feel like this guy's got all the stuff that takes up all the desk space, which is, you know, kind of fine, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, he's the one that does sports. Alright, so that makes him better at sports. So he's got his crime board, and he's got his baseball bat, and that makes him seem like he's a, you know, potentially dangerous thug or something like that. I don't know. On the plus side, maybe he'll be able to take that baseball bat and crime board when the mafia comes to collect or whatever, and he'll be able to stop them or something like that. Now he's also got boxing gloves. That's great. This guy's clearly, you know, a dangerous reprobate. But that's fine. All right, Gilbert can get down there in a little bit. Send him over. Do I want to actually give him the boxing gloves as well? I don't know. Why not? He uses the baseball bat to get the boxing gloves off because they're way up too high. He has to climb up on his desk to get the baseball bat, but then after he's got that, you know. Okay, I've got to do a bunch of stuff to get through this one, unfortunately. But, yeah, no, this is, going swimmingly. I don't actually know what this is coal. What? I was kind of wondering what that supply was. It was like order resources, it's like resources. I'm not sure what they are. Paper, I clearly get what that's for. Like, that's obvious. Food, okay. Like, the fact that I have to buy this for these guys is weird. But whatever. Police headquarters, one day. Okay, so once he gets back, we'll chuck him in there. He's really bad at the whole entertainment thing. He takes it too seriously. He's like, oh yeah, no, that's when people get shot, right? And then, the only kind of entertainment he really cares about is, like, crime dramas and sports. Okay, so we got one of these done completely here, which is interesting. That wasn't the first one that came in, apparently, but whatever. Federal Reserve rate hike is still on its way. We definitely feel like we want more of these typesetters and more of these other parts. Unemployment on the rise. The employment numbers are out. The Department of Labor says 1.4 million more workers have lost their jobs. Since the beginning of the recession, there's no end in sight, but hey, tragedy sells, right? Okay, so Madeline, we've got 6 days left to do that one. Let's do this. We have to wait till she gets back, but I don't think I can actually finish this though. Yeah, I would have to have two people to work on this, so we'll just do the other one. I have to do all of these, I think. Yeah, this is fine. Alright, we're eventually going to need, like, 2 more reporters, I think. So we'll want another floor pretty soon here, but, like, we can kind of afford with what we got for a lot longer than last time. We have got a whole bunch of stuff there. Gilbert, get on to the sports ball stuff. You're great at that. It's only going to take you 14 hours to do part of this. Then we can get either Triumphant or Gossip. More likely to do Triumphant, honestly. Why is this like this? Well, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we got everything we need for our subscriber count to grow, which is great. Friday morning. Okay, let's come to this one because I think she's probably back, yeah. Are you back yet? Not quite yet. Yeah, we're gonna go Triumphant here. It's pretty much most of what we'll be able to finish for the week. Got telegraph lines coming in. That means that they finished that first set. Alright, yeah, we're way ahead on news compared to what we had last time. This is way, way better. Alright, this should unlock an economics bonus, which would be also really good for us. Because we are slow as hell on that one. We have enough to, like, run the story immediately here. I'm really happy about that. Alright, how do we want to print this here? This one would get us a lot of different stuff. Mob informant killed. Police struggle for leads. Okay, so we do that. We could do another one that's alarming. That's going to be good. And then we just have to do a sports one that's not going to really help us that much. Because it doesn't have any synergy to it. $32,500. My thoughts are with you. Record sales. I'm alarmed. Maybe I should be alarmed. Alright, got 975 bucks there. Made some subscribers. Because we'll go to the next part here. Ding ding. Alright. Yeah, that's influence. Okay. Alright, we're making some modest profits here. There's that mafia hideout. That's fine. Let's head to West Village. We need to do economy and politics. We'll select that. Don't print any crime this week. Well, it accepts, but like I said, that's only because we don't have any incentive to run that. Although we do have to do this. Well, whatever. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so bookkeeping, get economics +1. We have paper though, don't we? I don't know. Might as well get a large delivery of it this time. Let's go ahead and grab that bookkeeping. Okay, so we do have the problem that I can't print this one, which does suck, but... you know, whatever. In come the stories. Alright, we'll send you off. We'll do this first. Huh, okay. This one we'll just skip. That skip mechanic was something I wasn't using anywhere near enough on our previous run. Again. Let me just check here. Yes, because she's going to be busy with this for a while. This is why we need another, this is why we need another, like, set of reporters. Okay, can send you off to this one, though. Finally get you a little bit of entertainment. Okay, she's back now. We can get her on that. 1 day, 4 hours. What the hell? That's a long-ass time. This one is already sort of, like, hit the presses, so we can definitely do that, and that's part of what we needed to do. So we got our government, we got our economy, we got everything we need on hand here, relatively speaking. More sports. Nope. Movie poster. Okay. Why the hell not, really? Well, that'd be a good why the hell not. Okay. You're, already maxed out there, bud. Alright. Last part of this. This is a big story. Alright, yeah, we got that. Insolvency. Frozen food debuts. Excellent showing. More stuff on Capitol Hill. Unfortunately, we don't have anything about this one. I kind of want to save that, though, because I want to get the item from it. So we'll wait till Madeline's done, because she's almost done. The only problem is this leaves us with nothing for our other guy to do. Okay, I'll be done presently. Alright, you're done that. Head off to California. And we'll send him over to here. Send you to here. Got a ton of news on the docket here that we can select from. Bulldog win title. Come on, Gilbert, get back so I can send you. There we go. Water cooler's broken. That's always a bad thing to have broken. Alright, we should have everything we need to roll this one. No crime, no crime, no crime. Okay, so we don't want to do this one. It's also old news anyway, so we wouldn't want to do that. Okay, so we need... This one, I think, is good in general. If I could have a story that has something to do with the economy and has something else, like, this would be really, really good. Is this going to finish soon? 3:30. Okay, that one's going to finish soon, actually. Just going to let this go a little bit longer here. Okay, so we run this one. That'll get us a synergy bonus. And then we're just looking for something that'll get us synergy with the rest of this, and I don't think we have anything, actually. Which is kind of funny, because given how many tags this has. Obviously, this is not going to finish in time. Amazing. I can't believe we don't actually have anything else to run on that's going to give us a bonus. Arctar Speed Skater, speed skating winner. Skater shines in New York City. This is a New York City newspaper. I'm going to do this. Okay. Well, it's not the best, but we did what we could with what we got here. This apparently will earn us 1,485. That's pretty okay. Emergency fee. How much paper do you need to actually print these damn things? 49,500 newspapers sold. Nothing fails like success. Nothing so defeated as yesterday's triumphant cause. We have to talk about liberating minds as well as liberating society. Alright. We got our hidden agenda money, too. Plus 2,000 subscribers. Okay. So if we did this one, we've already got a bunch of this stuff en route, so this would be good. We just have to find a hopeful story. Print at least one mafia. Can appear anywhere. Gonna hit decline. Okay, so we got a couple of the stories that we need here already. Like, this insolvency one should be fine. It is considered old, but that's what we have to run, that's what we have to run. And then we might have a muscle one here. I think that actually is. This thing's broken, that's fantastic. Can you imagine if that broke on a Sunday? It'd be a disaster. Alright. An election map, good. You already order paper, right? He just has to supply it, right? Yeah. Okay. That is a scary looking election map, jeez. Okay. I still haven't seen any hopefuls. Maybe time for me to start rolling down and like trying to get one as a guaranteed thing. Okay, at the end of this one's a hopeful. This is also something that's got like a lot of economy, but it's going to take 3. That's a lot. I might not finish this in time, but we'll see. If we can get another hopeful mission from the other angle, that would also be good. fine. We might be just letting our old news slide here. Unfortunate. Okay. We'll just have to kick that one. Alright. I need to get another floor with some more reporters pretty soon here. But with everything being so much more, like, compacted compared to last time, this is running a lot more smoothly. The only thing is, like, this stuff will probably be needed to move where I can, like, get multiple more modules, like, all attached to it. I don't know exactly how that works or what the point of that would necessarily be, but... Perfect, okay. Good day, officer. Please don't arrest me. $100, $150 fine. You know what, that's fine. We might have to finish off this subscription quest thing by next week, not have it this week, which is, again, fine. Have to scrap that story, because we're on this one. Come on, get back here. Yeah, we're nowhere near getting that one job done there, but that's fine. Okay, I want to throw this in here because we'll get, like, the danger modifier. The only problem is I can't get good modifiers if I do that. Whereas if I do any of these, I could get better modifiers. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll have this, like, in here, and then we'll have another one of these to get that plus 5,000. So that means we're going to be missing out on some stuff for this, but that'll have to do next week when we can throw this in. They'll basically get us the whole thing there. I guess the emergency thing is, like, we pay a certain amount just to get through that. Alright, so we're not going to make, like, a huge amount of money off that one, but it's okay. So it's the first one, and we'll get both those in the end of this week. Let's continue on with that. Okay, I don't think I can get to 50,000. All right. I could get both of them on this case. That would get us this. There's this story also available. 5 days left on that. I think we can send her out to that afterwards. I'm really thinking about getting that extra floor here, getting those extra news reporter desks. Just having 2 extra reporters would work kind of wonders on my ability to do some of the stuff, but at the same time, like, we're kind of coasting with what we got here. How much would this cost? 2,500? That's a lot. I don't 100% know if I want to do that. Plus, it would also cost us more because we'd be spending more on, like, pay. So we'll see how this, like, set of days goes, like, what we're currently doing here. Okay, and in you go. I guess I should have reset this because I'm not sending her back in. Alright, let's check how this is going here. This isn't going to count as old, is it? Yeah, no, it's not. And this is fine. This should mesh okay with it. Alright, that's better. Nice, easy one there. Chuck him into that one. New world map. Okay. That looks like it's going to be huge. Yeah, that's pretty big. I'd have to lose the election map, which would probably be good. More gossip. Are there no more? How come our telegraphers aren't working here? Have we, like, ran through all the stories for the week? Is that a thing that can happen? Maybe. I guess there is a finite amount of news that they would want to generate for a game like this, so kind of makes sense that that's happening that way. Alright, let's take a look at what we can get here. So this one gets us a lot of different things going on there. This one's hopeful. And then we need something that's got one of these things going on here to get that last little bit of positivity or synergy or whatever. I think we can get from here. Alright, so we're looking at decent amount there. We're short like 6 pages here. Let's just wait a little bit before we actually run the press here. See if we can get that paper delivered. Government building in Gulf to Mid, 67,500. Oh, new sales record. Dream lofty dreams as you dream, so shall you become. Society lives by faith and develops by science. 2,000 bucks on that one. And then we're going to lose it all to like pay and everything like that. Fantastic. But we finished off that. 2,000 extra subscribers. Pay to someone increased, that's fine. They're doing a good job, so... Yeah, Bonnie Hayes, our typesetter, is a little bit faster now. Alright, that was fantastic. Okay, we got some politics and some of that stuff. Crime and heartbreak. We got entertainment and society. Okay, got sports and adventure. I think we're gonna pick over here. We're gonna pick West New York for this. Let's go ahead and see what they're up to. Sell 68,000. I don't think I can do that today. I'm not feeling it. Okay, so that has to get fixed. That's fine. Alright, so you need government and unrest. Okay, well, we'll send you into this stuff anyway. There's some society, but that's not government. Be nice if we had like a really professional ace news team, obviously. That would make everything go smoother as well. As it is, the Yukitsu Times is not that professional yet. Okay, we got some society, crime, and government. We got everything we need actually from this one, so this is perfect. We won't have it in time, though. Well, who resigned the Terrafacts? I'm going to be busy and I don't have enough reporters to do that properly. So we're not going to worry about that. This one... Okay, we're not doing that. We're doing the other side of it. And he can't do this, so we're just going to do this. Okay. Why did our wallpaper switch itself again? That happens from time to time. It feels like a bug. I'm pretty sure it is, but... Alright, that's perfect. Get him there. Might actually be good if they just had, like, old ones return, right? Okay, this will be done by Saturday evening, or afternoon, rather. That'll be fine. Once they run the presses, we should actually see, like, a fix on some of this. Alright. Solar system poster, +2 society. Interesting. That thing's gonna also be massive. I'm not gonna put that over there. Yeah, government 1 or society 2, basically. We're already getting some society from, like, the globe on our desks, so, like, that helps a bit. Looks like we ran through all the news that existed this week. Alright, we'll see if we can assemble what we want here. So this one already is kind of like good, because it's what we were looking for there. And then we can go society. No, we can't, because this one's not going to finish in time, is it? 3:17 p.m. We'll actually have that in time. $6:45 is what they're saying now. It's a hell of a toilet break they took or whatever. Alright. Police car explodes. Yeah, I definitely feel like that would be the sort of thing that would make some sales there. Alright. Okay, we should have some more subscribers now. The way that you get subscribers in this game and what they represent is kind of weird. I think they're supposed to, like, basically be your guaranteed, like, income scaling, but still. George Washington statue. What? Okay, so we've got some of this available already. These are all considered old already. But we could definitely use that if we wanted to. I feel like we could go here. Do I feel it's likely that we could actually do either of those? Not really. Why do both of them want me to actually do the same thing here? They're giving me 250 bucks. I don't know. I don't feel like this is going to be that easy for me to get. But when do you, like, do these? Like, when do you think that you can actually get it? I feel like there's no real way to know. Okay, so we have to aim for, like, big headlines with, like, some risk or something like that. Okay, so we got both these going on. This is a big story. It's got some stuff going on, so give this one a shot. And it'll get us our new entertainment sort of thing, so that'll also get us a lot of different tags. What's going on here? Okay, we got a junction on here, and we could do something that would get us something related to what we're already doing here. We could also get something that would fix that, so we could do this, St. Michael's. So the one that we're doing here, does it tie back into what we were doing at all? It's gossip and gruesome, and it's, okay. I don't think that that meshes with anything that we're doing already. We'll still keep it, I think. Got 730 paper. We got plenty of paper. Okay, he's the one that has to go there, though, so we'll do that, and we'll start off on this. Once Madeline's back. Onto that. And Gilbert heads down to here. I remember in the tutorial there were like gold rated or whatever stories that you could run or get or whatever that would give you bonuses. I wonder if it's just we don't have enough qualified staff to get those or what, but okay. Ribbon opening, that would be potentially okay. Nope. Nothing to that one anyway. How long for him to finish off this one? It's still a while away. He's not going to be done for a while. Alright. Let's hit this one and we'll chuck that as well. Looking for them big scoops here. Although we might not finish everything we need to as a result of that this week. How is he on this? He'll level up, actually, in a little bit. This should actually be enough. Oh, no more stories this week. Well, shit. Gotta level up on our assembler. $533. I'm definitely not making our goal here. We're not selling that many. But I'm gonna wait till we got this just so that we got fresh news. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this one's our headliner. Dance Marathon ends in chaos. I feel like we can actually get a lot of something like that kind of a title you would think would get you headlines. All right, yeah, we're not making our deadline. We're not making our quota here. We're surprisingly close. I wish I hadn't read that, or did I? I'm off to Broadway. Yeah, so we failed our... I don't know how you're supposed to get that consistently. That feels not possible. Yeah. Yeah. Got lots of level ups, though. Greenville. Got some entertainment and gossip is what they're looking for. Port Richmond, they're looking for society and heartbreak. I think we'll go for this one. No, actually, let's go for something simple. I feel like this is simple. Don't print any crime. We're not working on crime, right? Yeah. I have literally no news left over. That's fine. Okay, we're not doing this, so... we could do it from this angle, but we can't do it without both, so we'll get rid of that. We'll get this. We just need some stuff here. Dirt. Interesting. Okay, what do we got here? Got that society. We can get started on this, and then we'll be able to move on to that later. This one's done, I think, part of it. Now it just needs to get printed. Okay, so this is going to require some weird teamworky kind of stuff here, but we'll get him down to these last two here. Okay, can we angle this without crime? We can. We can go over to here. That gets us the heartbreak. We just have to wait for Madeline to finish. A searing summer crisis. The nation is facing an unprecedented challenge. Okay, so it's a drought. Oh, yeah, there's no way in hell. I absolutely need to get more reporters in here. Do I have enough money? I do. Okay, so we'll add in a door here just that it blocks some of that stuff. I could pause here, that would probably be smart, but we can do that, and then we can add in our lights. And then... apparently it's actually not so bad up here. Okay, so we get those two. Get your trash cans. Who have we got available for reporters right now? Unaffected by darkness, nothing there, and over here produces less trash. Nick Chan would be a completely different style of person as far as combination goes. So we could do like him and we could do Vlad. Vlad would actually be great because he's got 2 skill points in 2 different things without any real cost increase. So we'll take him and we'll take Nick. And the 2 of them should get us, you know, somewhere. Alright. Get Gilbert back on this case though. Okay, I could get these guys... no, I've only got 2 hours to do 3 things. That's literally not possible. But we could get someone over onto this one. Alright, we need to accessorize these guys' desks a little bit and stuff like that here. Let's turn that on. We'll just have time running. Crime board there. Neither of them. Really? Interesting. Okay, Flames of Passion over here. I still kind of mostly am just going to have to grab whatever happens to be nearby, but this will definitely help. See, in moments like this, for example, alright, you there, you over here. A little bit of overlap on everything. Oops. Okay, good. We didn't miss anything out there. Madeline's probably going to have to head to this one. Nation's first self-service store, expert 20 supermarket. Metal slug trolley. This is for typesetters. We could move our typesetter over to somewhere where I could actually fit that damn thing. That might actually be good, but we could also just move this guy up here and move our typesetter over to here. That's potentially good. Okay, we'll throw Nick into that one. Then we'll have you move over here. I'm not sure what a metal slug is in this context. Alright, this could get us another assembly table as well if we wanted it. But what are we trying to get here? Society Heartbreak, we already got all that. Not printing any crime, we've already got all that, so we're actually doing great here. Are you gonna be done today? Nope. This one will be 1044. We can probably actually just print though. We've actually got great synergies on just what we're printing right now. That's actually perfect. $63,500 newspapers. Nice. And we got the hidden agenda. Nearly 2,150, approximately. Oh yeah, our cost increased by a lot because we hired two new people, so that's obviously going to increase it by quite a bit. Ooh, and we got 2 level ups. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we're doing great. What do we want here? We got economy and we got entertainment coming in. Got all of this coming in as well. This one would be easy. We just have to get 1 politics. And that would get us 3, so we'll do Central Park. I'm feeling good about this one. Let's do it. This is a terrible mistake. I've made a horrible error. This is going to result in the death of my family for 9 generations. Every single one of them somehow. Not sure how that works exactly, but you know, it'll be how that happens. All right. Okay, so we got the ability to print crime this week. Need to get something that's got government though, but Okay, this one will actually be worth a lot. Let's get Gilbert on this and let's see if he gets shot. One mobster. Okay, so we're gonna have a guy come in and just beat our shit up with a baseball bat. You know what? He's hiding behind the bus like the coward that he is, but you know, whatever. We got a baseball bat up here though. We could fight him. We could counter this. They beat up our water cooler. It's always our water cooler. Okay. Head to the Supreme Court where we're gonna have outrage. Fantastic. This is getting better and better and better. Where's Vladimir? Get back here, Vlad. Okay, Gilbert's. Get down to here. We'll send Vladimir out to the other one. Seems an interesting overlap on some of the parts here. Public outrage. Uh-oh. Protesters. I'm wondering if that just makes things noisy so it's like less pleasant for the people who work here. Oh, blocks entrance. Nobody can enter. Okay, well, we'll send out you over to this one. How long do they stay here for? Okay, they're gone now. Gonna do this one. Gilbert looks like he's stressed, but I wonder what I can do about that. I don't know if I can actually do anything about that. Okay, we'll send Madeline over here. What are you unhappy about? Oh. That's the wrong thing. Okay, Nope, not entirely sure what he was stressed about. Let's check to see if there's any, like, ambient issues there that can be fixed. I don't think they need anything in particular down there. We gave you guys a garbage can. Would that make you feel better? And maybe a plant. Nope. Oh yeah, no, we can put that there. We got a ton of news in, and we got a lot of stories being worked on here. That one will complete tonight. Okay, so we make this on our headliner. Mob war escalates, and then we pair that with, like, society, if we can. Or other similar things. It doesn't look like we've got anything that we can pair this with. That sucks. Okay, never mind then. Let's just finish off this, I guess. So we gotta have grand opening. And we gotta have government. We have to finish this, which we can't until Monday. Damn, okay. Well, fair enough, I suppose. This is actually going to be a lot less good than I was hoping for it to be. Looks like this doesn't matter what the order is here. No, this one has to be first. Okay. Deliver that paper, please. There we go. Now we can print that without the penalty. We'll have to do the government thing next one, but with the mob war thing, 70,500 newspapers, new sales record. Perfect. Almost, anyway. We almost got perfect. 2,115. What is this to do here? Standing neutral, opens up the chief police in the Bronx, supporting the mayor's hidden agenda. Faction loses interest in cease all communication, reputation no longer be earned. The Vatican supports the Mafia, that's interesting. I guess the Italians, you know, standing trusted, opens up Bobby Shop in Queensborough, offers to convert your influence into money. Constructs a casino at the construction yard in Queens, offering unique entertainment machines to place in your tower. Idle employees may occasionally decide to play them and pay money for it, which will end in your pocket. Opens up the union office in Brooklyn, owned by the Mafia's corrupt union boss. Pay him a visit and he'll represent your workers' union organization, manipulating your staff and lowering their wages. I'd rather not have that kind of corrupt... I'd rather have the other kind of corrupt one, like Everett Claire. Alright, we got... opens up Wall Street banker, dealing maximum loan or get discounted loan interest. Construct the prison at the construction yard in Queens, offering ways to mitigate risk involving the police. Opens the Republican Committee in Bergen, providing youth offers to convert your money into influence once a week. Money into influence, interesting. And then over here we got opens up the art gallery in Essex, supporting the high society's hidden agenda. Open up the Steinbeck Residence in Union, offering a way to passively write fiction pieces over time in a random category. That actually sounds good. Construct a public library garage at the construction yard in the Bronx, offering buff objects for reporter skills and potential risk reductions. I think we probably work for the high society people. Opens up the International Press Agency in Somerset. The agency offers the IPA machine, allowing you to sell any news article to the agency at half the price. Okay, interesting. We've got this stuff here. This opens up the veteran camp in Nassau, generating the general's hidden agenda. Opens up the hospital in Nassau, offering ways to mitigate injuries. Constructs the military base at the construction yard in the Bronx, offering ways to improve the task speed of your employees. And then there's the opens up steel mill in Nassau, offering discounts for floor prices. So that would be, I guess, if you're building really tall. This would be more of like an actual sim tower kind of tower. Okay, we got some more people leveling up here. Our production staff is doing a great job here. Okay, we still have to do a little bit more here. Columbia University. You get a calculator. Okay, so we can get +1, buffs sales +1, and also buffs our economy. That's interesting. Comforts. How much influence do we have? 13? Could get a coffee machine. Counters smell, provides prestige, acquires power. Small lamp deco. I'm more likely to want something like the calculator, though, because the fact that it earns you money is good. I don't know how that works, though. How's that plus sales actually work, I wonder? Ooh, you can actually keep getting stuff. +2 to economy. Oh, I don't think I can... This one provides, generates content over time from the stock index, so I guess you just get stocks information. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so we should look at what these sort of things do. Large plants. Just a larger version probably of what I've already seen there. Maquettes, I don't know what that means. Obituary desk, generates content as people die. Makes sense. Fan here. There's a wide lamp. That's a fluorescent lamp. Those things are awful. Papers print faster than I can process subpoenas. Careful now, say he's got ears, and none of them like being named in bold. Okay, cool. Well, either way, we got to continue on with what we got here to a certain degree. Okay, they don't have anything for me right now. Alright, so we should get that government thing in. Okay, what's going on with this one? A lawsuit. Man, do I want to get sued? Apparently. I don't know. Lawsuit dodged. Nice. Okay, evidence can appear anywhere. Always dig where they don't want you looking. Okay, so Nick over here, we got this to do, and then we got the other thing to do. Should be able to do them both. Alright, we got some hot scoops going on right now here. Something shady going down in New York City, which is pretty much the norm, I guess, for this time period in New York. Okay. Got part of this done. Alright, Gil, get on that. Don't mess this up for me. Dow Jones falls below 200. Panic on Wall Street. Oh. Okay, Madeline, get a financial angle on that one. Get on that. We'll have him pop in on this afterwards. This one has a fame angle. Alright. I think we can actually, like, stop for the week already. I think we're kind of already, like, done. I think we can assemble a pretty good newspaper already here, especially because we got that one where we got sued. Alright, we'll get on this stuff just in case. We'll get Gilbert on that. And we'll get Vlad on this one. Should have done it the other way around, but that's fine. If we take longer for this, then technically speaking, it helps out a bit. Oh, that reminds me. Okay, so these improve, like, economy. But where do I put this? Do these go up here? What? Why? That doesn't seem right. Okay, where do I put these to make them generate extra sales? There's probably some, like, weird desk or something like that that I have to put that onto. That results in that working for me. It's not green. It's not blue up there, so I don't think it's actually there. Can I also not? Oh god. Well, you know what? It's just there now. That's fine. I think there must be some other thing that goes up there later that we're going to need to get. Oh. Okay, there we go. That way we don't waste the damn thing. Alright, let's see what we can print currently. So this one obviously is going to be a huge thing that we want up top there. This has got lots of really interesting stuff. Police raid Angelo Melli's business. Evidence of crime. required us getting sued and everything like that, so it's a fantastic one to pull. 2,500 extra on that one. 2,500 extra on this one. Is there a better angle I can go for? I feel like this is the best one. If this one finishes, that'll be 831. If I hit print now, it should be better, but I need to get more paper in again. Are you done? Yep. Something broke. Shouldn't count until after this, though. 85,000 newspapers sold. Hope sees the invisible, feels the intangible, and achieves the impossible. Do the impossible, see the invisible, row fight the power. Ever-increasing value. Sure, that is definitely how to describe my newspaper, I guess. Alright, we're up past 10,000. Fantastic, we got that. We got that extra subscriber. Okay, our reporter got more politics, that's good. Okay, we could get this. Statistics is difficult. Okay, we got a lot going on here that we could potentially try to do in Harlem. Why does Harlem want statistics? I haven't seen Adventurous lately, so... We have got dirt on people. None of that's new, though. That's not fresh dirt. We need newer dirt for that one to be good. So, we'd have access to society. That'd be fine. This one might be good here. What do you guys want? They want me to do an Inspiring Triumphant. Let's change what we're trying. Let's do a pivot here. I'm gonna have to go a bit slow on this one. We're looking for a place where we can do the print that's gonna have those attributes. This one requires Inspiring. Yeah, so we'll switch it to this. We'll switch to this one. A little on paper yet again. Let's buy some more. Alright, so we're looking for Inspiring. Alright, I guess sometimes life finds a way. Glad, get on that. And then we'll do this, and then we'll have our Inspiring. And then we just also have to have, like, a jock story, which we might already have on the way here. We do not. Okay, well. This guy's unhappy. It's probably because he's coming in here, actually. That's probably what's making him unhappy. But that's his job, so... We'll just get this done, actually. I feel like. Oh, they're both on the way to something. Alright, hurry up. Oh, I have to do both of these. Shit. Okay, never mind. Need to get a new sports story in. Oh, there's Adventurous. I haven't seen one of those before. I'm gonna reset this, though. I need to find something else so I can get this thing. Okay, is this, nope. Alright, we'll throw someone into this one just because I don't want to keep throwing out new stories. Especially because we've got, like, a bunch of old ones. Although it looks like we have enough, actually, so... Probably could keep throwing them out until I find what I need. Man, they're giving me all of the one and none of the other. There we go, got it. I'm gonna wait till Gilbert gets back. We'll be done in 10 hours. Can I scrap some of these? Well, didn't that? We'll keep that. In spite of everything, I kind of want to get rid of that one, but what are we looking at here? Sunday at 9:44. We'll get it. Okay, we're fine. Fortunate for me, like, people are getting faster, so, like, we're getting stuff done quickly enough that we don't have to worry about it as much. Still today, right? It's changed to 11:06, but that's fine. Okay. So we gotta roll with this. And we also have to roll with a inspiring. I think we headline with the Detroit Windsor Tunnel opening. And then we go with this one, Greatest City in the World, which will get us 5,000. There are things that would have been better as far as like combo bonus goes, but I think this will be good. $71,000 again. Do not trust any statistics. You did not fake yourself. Hope is patience with the lamplit. Okay. We only got the one, but that's okay, because we were doing something else there. A little bit more influence points. More levels. Okay, so depending on if we got anything obnoxious with this, I can go ahead and do the other stuff. Don't print any crime this week. I'm actually going to just not do anything for these people for now. I want to find the high society types and get working with them, because they've got, like, art stuff, and I like art, so... this is where they tell me that this is a left-leaning rag, and they, you know, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Alright, well... Okay, so we would need a bribe, and we get us something interesting here. Let's try it. Because these things usually get us something a little bit more interesting. And then we'll have this one here, which requires me to do a lot of different things. Okay, Have you do that one. We'll have you do this one, and we need someone to come back and do that, but we can do that later. Get Gilbert on that. We'll have to pay a little bribe to somebody, and then we'll get who knows what. Bugs Moran acquitted of vagrancy. Moran's acquittal continues a streak of narrowly escaping legal trouble. I think this might be one of those situations where if we get through, we might find that actually he was guilty all along. Maybe that's what it is. I have no idea. Alright, we need to find Adventurous, and we need to find... apparently we have those. This is going to be old, though, but you know what? If we have to pull old articles to get our thing done, we probably will. We're making enough money. I don't need to worry about this newspaper being a big banger or anything like that. We can just sell a lackluster newspaper. I really wish there was a thing that would happen during the printing where it's like someone runs in and says stop the presses and they just give you a really big news article that you could like replace the current article with, like with something else there. I think that would be really cool. This is such a funny interface for this. Oh boy, he's gonna get shot. Good luck, Vlad. Alright, they're gonna break some stuff in here again, but you know what? It's fine. We need to get, like, security or something like that, man. They close down the news thing every... when these guys come around. It's like, oh shit, this is bad. Alright, well, whatever. It's fine. Still earn us more money. I think they come in and break the first thing they encounter, which in our case is always the water cooler. It would be that or the sink, I think, is what would end up being the case there. Sending you to that one. Bobby Jones announces retirement. Bobby Jones, the legendary golfer, says he's about to retire. His retirement comes after he won the Grand Slam this year. Guess winning everything can get tiring after all. Alright, unfortunately, I don't know if I can actually do this. I've got a whole day. Vladimir's gonna come back. This guy can do one of them in 10 hours. Okay, so we'll get him on that, and we'll try and get someone onto the middle one, and then we'll have him do the last one while it's still running there. Capone's sister ties the knot. The hell? Okay, Vlad, we're gonna get you into here. Because I think this is the time before, like, we have to start it, is the 19 hours here. I'm guessing. I don't think I have to actually finish it in the time allotted here, but... maybe I'm wrong. We'll find out. I have to wait for Gilbert to get back here. Yeah, sure, Nick. Go ahead and get shot at again here. Getting a lot of mobsters these days. I'll rip water cooler. What did I tell you guys? No one's allowed to have fresh water on my watch. Okay, line closed. We got it, though. Alright. This is gonna have been a hectic news week, honestly. But with all the, all this bullshit. Alright, what's he breaking this time? Got two people here loitering around being like, oh yeah, I love this water cooler. This water cooler is the best part of this place. Oh no! Oh, he's beating a desk this time, actually. Okay, never mind. Yeah, the Bobby Jones thing will be for next week. Citizens fight unemployment, blah blah blah. Oh no, he did break the water cooler again. Oh no, he's going to break something else. He's breaking more. Sports, this week's hot topic. Okay, yeah, so that'll take a while to actually get in there. Okay, well, you know, well, I'm sure this could be worse. I'm not actually sure how. More mobsters. He barely even left. I think it actually despawned him so that he could come back in again. This is great. Alright, if we could get another thing done, that would be great, but next week we're going to have a lot of interesting news here. Not the water cooler! Why? Why, God, why? All I wanted was refreshing, delicious water. Oh, the humanity. Alright, you know what? Screw it, we'll print while he's, Got to stop focusing solely on the symptoms of crime and start caring about the causes as well. They really did their research like never before. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we could also work on the criminals that are currently in the media. By which I mean they're currently beating up our water cooler. Okay, we didn't do that because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we're currently moderate, which is, you know what, fine. What do you guys want? Don't print any crime? There's a lot of crime that we got to report on right now. Speaking of, look at him, he's right there. Okay. Okay, we'll send you. They broke our typesetter's desk. That's gonna be awkward. More crime. We don't have any entertainment either, so we're gonna have to find one. Okay, we got you on that from the economic angle. $4.5 million Americans unemployed. Those seem like pleasant numbers by contrast to what I'm sure they are now. Okay, we actually kind of do want to do this one. Let's see if we can get something not terrible to happen this time. Finally, no protesters. Okay, so once we get around to this, that'll be great. Okay, get that done as fast as possible. Alright. Why not? He won't do a very good job of that, but that's fine. Veteran speech. Okay, we're not going to finish this. That's fine. Given the current circumstances, I think we can just live with that and then just take a little bit longer on it. Alright, you there. I think it's actually better if you, like, play out most of Sunday. That way stuff gets done still. And then you can sort of, like, go into it a little bit later, but it seems like you lose Sunday if you don't let people sort of, like, if you print, like, more than, like, at the last second. I guess you can potentially, like, miss it as well, but, like, I kind of wonder what happens. Maybe if you just, like, wait out the clock, it automatically prints whatever you've got there. Who knows? Anyway, we've got... Okay, we actually don't have the best newspaper this week. We do have the ability to do, like, a couple, like, base value high ones, but, like... Alright. Good enough. Yeah, we only got 58,000 on that one. No new subscribers either. Got a wanted poster. Okay. Yeah, we're still sort of in this middle area. I guess that's a... Oh, that's a monthly thing. Interesting. So we'll eventually, like, lean whichever direction we end up leaning, but... Don't bring any crime? We still have a lot of crime. Special interests and, like, other similar stories we got going in here, but... Yeah, we already got more crime. Capone fails to appear. Oh, what's the worst that could happen? Alright. Some guy will come in and shoot one of our reporters this time? What's this? Risk of boycott. Well, that would suck. I wonder if that's, like, lose subscribers. That would be brutal. Alright, let's see if something terrible happens to Gilbert. It's mobsters again. Man, you just can't catch a break with all these damn mobsters. Ooh, no ad deals lost. All these hard-hitting, high-risk investigations, you know, at least, you'd think that the guy with the baseball bat, the boxing gloves, and the crime board would, deter them a little bit more than it does. But apparently no, they're just like, eh, whatever. He's never here, though. That's probably part of the problem. Once again, the water cooler. Gave that desk a smack, but he didn't actually destroy it. Okay, so we got some options here. Start with here. And I guess Gilbert can go down there. How are we doing on our supplies here? Food's looking okay. I wonder what the food is, like, because it just sort of has been sitting there. Ooh, we can actually fit this here. Okay, so we do have outrage for this. But, you know what? People are constantly getting mad at us. Maybe the protesters will block the gangsters who are going to show off here. I wonder if that can happen. Like, do protesters block gangsters? Oh, shit. 5 protesters. Shit. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Alright, now's the time for us to get some gangsters. Now's the time to get gangsters angry at us. The plus side of getting all this news, even though a lot of it's redundant, is that we have like lots to select from, but it also makes it so that we've got lots of experience points that we wouldn't otherwise necessarily have. Are we gonna get sued? We're getting sued. 3 lawsuits filed. Yeah, what's a newspaper if you don't get sued a few times? Alright. This is probably gonna bankrupt us or something ridiculous. Alright. Great. Fantastic. I love it. Okay, so we got this story here. Oh, process them or lose money. How do I have to hire a lawyer? Shit. Where do I even get a lawyer? Okay, do we have lawyers? Where's lawyers? You can actually get a lawyer. Okay. Apparently we can't actually hire any. Fantastic. Okay, I think we're just gonna lose the money. Hate that. Okay. This one will be our next week one. For now, we've got to just make this as good a newspaper as we possibly can, I guess. Okay, well, we could do this, but that doesn't really synergize with anything or anything like that. Neither does this. I guess we're just gonna have to chuck in some stuff that doesn't really synergize. Can get a little bit extra with this one. We'll get 2,000 bucks off this, and then we'll lose a whole ton of money from the lawsuit. Maybe now that we're getting sued, we'll unlock a bunch of stuff there. 68,000, yeah. Shifted to the sensational side of things. That's not a huge surprise there. Alright, we're gonna have to either shift left and get Perception Reporter. Negates mobster risk on news items. Can be used to unlock undercover trait locks. I kind of need to actually move all the way to the left there. Okay, I'll have to try and do a hard shift somehow, but I'm not sure how we'll easily do that. Part of it is like dependent on what sort of like things are doing here. Okay, we could do some sports and some adventure. Do Harlem. Okay, I don't think I need to print crime. Yeah, don't need to do crime. I just don't want to enhance that too much, though. Alright. Alright, so now we're getting sued. Can I get... Like, has that unlocked a new thing for me here? Where would that even sort of go? Stash? What the hell? Every unprocessed file costs you 150 bucks. You know what? That's not the end of the world. I think we'll just have to deal with that. Okay. Our newspaper has been, like, hard-hitting news that sticks its nose straight into other people's business. Like, no one can say that we're not putting in the legwork, or that, our news is frivolous or anything like that. Alright, let's try and do a shift here. This actually gets us a lot of stuff that we want here. This one's a shift left, so let's take it. Alright, so there's probably some stuff that I could be unlocking right now. I should probably look into those in a little bit, but for now, let's just try and get all this stuff done here. Statistics is probably going to be a, like, left shift anyway, but I haven't seen that, so that's going to be interesting. High Court rules on prohibition. Paper supplies are looking good. Though obviously I would love to have even more. Is she using the toilet? Okay, I just have to wait for this to get here. We'll have Outrage. Fantastic. There's so much processing already being done, though, that, like, even if that's the case, it's not a huge deal. Trigger at least 10 risks. Reckless. Do people not normally do that? Is that not the standard? Yeah, so these people are backlogged. Protests are actually not a huge deal, given how they work here. Okay, this is also good. By the time it actually matters, like, the protesters will be long gone, so... This doesn't even really slow us down, honestly. Pick that one. Have I seen any stats? I don't actually know if I've been paying attention to that. Okay. Oh boy, the Mafia. I love the Mafia. Uh-oh. 2 mobsters. Okay, what if I added in another water cooler? Would that be a distraction for the mobsters here? Let's find out. Okay, water cooler. Alright, we've installed in a blade of water cooler. It did. Lawsuit costs 450 bucks. Alright, our blade of water cooler system is working. Got a problem with the mob? Get some water coolers. It'll deflect any attack by any mobsters. Alright, we'll put this one up top here. We'll push this one as well. This one pushes to the right, and we don't want to do that right now. Do I have anything that'll help with this? Not really. We'll do this then. Ooh, that's 15,000. This is going to be by far the biggest paper we've ever done. This is a huge one. Look at all these risks we took to get these stupid papers. Oh, man. Okay, we'll let the Sunday run just a little bit longer here. I can't wait to, like, I would love having someone come into the place and be like, why do you have two water coolers right next to each other? Do people drink that much water? It's like, oh no, like, the water cooler's a distraction for the mob. It's like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, we piss off the mob like every other day, and, you know, that makes it so that we, Oh shit, I have to... Is he already working on it? He is, okay. I don't think he's gonna make it. Okay, never mind. We're just gonna print. It'll cost us an extra 42 bucks, but you know what? That's fine. Something broke as well while we're at it. 124,000. 120. If you reveal your secrets to the wind, you should not blame the wind for revealing to the trees. Alarm! 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 All right, that's a good newspaper. That's some good news. Still hadn't found those stats, but whatever. Yeah, that shifted us apparently quite a bit to the left. That was like a hard shift left. What the hell? Undercover. Now the mob is going to be less likely to come in and break our water coolers. Thank God. Alright, so if we moved a little bit to the right, we could get Solomon J. Wellworth of the Empire Observer steals 20% of your sales. So we have to avoid going to the right unless we go two to the right, but I think we'll just stay where we are. Chance of getting hit with one or more lawsuits. No, thank you. So, okay. This is a weird system. This is a very weird system. Alright, whatever. Our wages have gone up by a lot, but we are earning a lot more money, so... Okay. Looks like you finally rolls out of the ivory. Look who finally rolls out of the ivory tower. Thought you'd be top dog forever. Why should I sell your rag, huh? Buddy, there's other ink in the streets. The Empire Observer has lost. Spite. Real Wall Street polish. Half lies, half ads, but it sells. The Jersey Beacon, old school. Talks like your grandpa, but they got sources from Albany to the Atlantic. Make the Yukitsu Times worth my corner or I go start stacking other names. What the hell? Appears the Empire has paused temporarily. Okay, so I'm guessing that these are rival factions and their influence in their sort of newspaper. So if we select district, we can sort of like try to pull this away from them. So we've got a back and forth sort of like area control kind of thing. Fantastic. I hate it. All right. So we just have to have one thing of like information here. We also have to buy more paper again. No, we don't. Maybe we do actually. Let's just do that. All right. Yeah, he reloaded it. All right, whatever. So we got all this old news that can't do shit with anymore, but that's fine. All right. Any stats yet? Nope. Okay. Okay, Sam Gilbert. Still no stats. Still not seeing any stats. Sports statistics? Art statistics? Okay, here we go. This one has some. Red herring, though. What the hell? Destroys a path. What the hell does that even mean? What? Alright, so unfortunately the thing that we want technically is a red herring, so we wouldn't be able to do it. So we do this, then activate the bomb, and then go talk about the Mafia or something. I have no idea what's going on here. Alright. Oh, you can actually filter this out here, so you're only getting some of the stuff instead of all of it. Okay, what the hell's going on here? Oh, thank God. I guess that's if you're not paying attention and you just, like, take stuff reflexively. It has that red herring path that destroys the stuff that you're trying to actually do. But we'll find out, like, after we get this one done. No, we do have to do this other stuff. Alright, let's get something assembled here. That won't be done this week, so we got other stuff to do. We'll chuck in this one, and then we'll augment it with that. And don't really have anything super good to synergize this with, so we'll just throw in that one. Police dog rescuer. Pup aided by patrolman catches thief and pursues to and first restored to man owner. High rocket flight. Dracula now in theaters. Seems good enough. This isn't going to be a great paper, but next week's should be a real banger. Yeah, only 46,000 sold. I feel like buying tickets. I'm going out to help some people. Fantastic. Oh, we're down 20%. I think that's our total like amount, though. Wait, what? How did we move to here? Oh, I think I know what happens. You have to... You're starting in the center, and you just sort of, like, Okay, well, that sucks. Okay, well, we still gotta do this. But we'll be working on that one. Alright, might as well get on these. Get sued for this one, but it's only like $450 getting sued. What's the big deal with that one? I think it's actually cheaper to just get sued in this game than it is to hire a lawyer. I feel like there's some sort of commentary as far as the system goes, as far as that goes, but you know what? That's fine. Hey, 3 lawsuits. There's gonna be some point where we're gonna have so many lawsuits piled up that we're gonna be getting sued like every day by like dozens of people, so that's probably why that's like that anyway. But still. Empire State Building opens. Okay, so this would be actually a really good one to get into. Let's chuck you into there. Chuck you into here. Okay, we'll chuck this one because I don't want to do it. I have to bribe someone just to do this one. This one has a lot of stuff that we want in it, though. Okay, once Madeline gets back, we're gonna have her... What? What? Damn it. Did I not make it there in time? I might not have made it in time. Oh, you have to train them to do this. That takes a long-ass time. Alright, whatever. It's fine. Okay, just another basic one of these. Okay, we've got this as our headliner. It's a pretty big one all on its own. This will push us sort of centrist, but you know what? That's kind of fine, given the circumstances. We actually get better results if we did something else here. Doesn't look like it, really. It's looking good enough. Okay, well, I think this is about as good as I'm going to be able to get. $103,000 again. Rhetoric's cheap, evidence comes more dearly. Facts are stubborn, but statistics are more pliable. 3,000 bucks there. That'll help pay for some of those lawsuits we're getting smacked by. What the hell? How'd that get here? I have no idea how their left-right system works. It's kind of weird. We're only getting hit by by like 2 more lawsuits. That's fine. That's nothing. Maybe there's different values that are kind of like further like to the left or further to the right than other ones, instead of it being like 1 point each. That's probably what it is. Okay, we got some gossip and we got some entertainment started over there. I could do this one. This one's going to have a lot of stuff that's going to be opposite of what we're trying to go for here, though. We're informational, not sensationalist here. We need some trashy tabloid, except when we want to be. But yeah, it seems like it recenters you like after every one, which is bizarre. It's a strange design choice in my opinion. I might as well figure out where the high society people are. Shows where the Empire Observer and the Jersey Beacon have footholds. Interesting. It's the Republican Community Graphic Workshop. Jersey Beacon, that's the other newspaper there. Harrison Public Library. Theater. I think Greenville might get me the theater, which might help me with the high society, trying to find them. Get the Big Globe. Day planner buffs typesetting and buffs assembling. Let's actually get the day planner done here, because I think that would actually be really, really good. Bulletin board, +2 to typesetting. Calendar, +1 to assembling. That's the veterans area. Okay. Monday, June 1931. Hey, you're being sued to oblivion. I hate to tell you this, but hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're being sued to oblivion. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll put a couple day planners down here. This should give us enough that we can actually just sort of get by with just the two of them, because they're going to be super fast at their jobs, right? That feels like that's how it's going to work. Buying like 600 more paper again. Okay, we got a situation with the Supreme Court here. Could fill this area with like more of these reporters, but I don't actually know that that's the best thing for me to need right now. Okay, we'll send in you. Oh, he's back from training right now. So we can go ahead and send someone else into this. Or not, because everyone's already deployed. Okay, well, whatever. Look at all these lawsuits we have pending. Okay, you're back. Let's get you in there. Okay, so we want entertainment, but do we want entertainment into the right? Not really. Let's go with this one. Report on them facts. Okay, we need a gossip story, though. That's going to be sensationalist, and I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Notorious Al Capone faces indictment. We have significant development. Infamous gangster Capone finds himself in a crossroads of the law. He'll be indicted on a staggering 5,000 related counts. 1,000 counts related to prohibition and perjury. The indictment handed down by federal authorities underscores the relentless pursuit of justice. Capone is one of the most notorious figures. We must report on this. Okay, we can get... Can we get this done here? Got one whole day. We'll do it like this for now. If we're not going to be able to finish in time, then there's no point in me doing that last bit and getting the mob to destroy our water coolers. Okay, so we don't send... Looks like we're gonna get mobsters here. No mobsters. Okay, managed to get that out of there. Okay, Vlad is going to that one, so we don't send him here. Nick can go do... Well, apparently these ones are both that kind of garbage, but we got Gossip. Gossip is always going to be sensationalist. Oh, he can't do that because he's not sports. Damn it, I need Vlad for this one. I need Vlad for the other one, though, too. This is going to be a bit more important, though, because we're doing this way. Okay. Gilbert will be back to do this one, I think. Okay, that changes crime into a hot topic this week. But that's not going to matter that much, I don't think, because I'm not going to be able to get them done. Okay, he's his concentration is wavering. Let's send Nick Chon here. And then we're gonna send Gilbert into this. Do we not have more than one? I think we only get one of those. Okay, well that's interesting. Would have preferred it if we could actually use that training on everybody. That would have actually been better. Okay, I should have sent Gilbert on that instead, because he's got, like, a higher chance of being on crime-related, bullshit. Okay. This will be done by 3:31. $10:31 all of a sudden. Okay, that's not good. Okay, pause. Notorious Al Capone faces indictment, and Notorious Al Capone locked up. Alright, we gotta find something that relates to these things to chuck in here, but it doesn't look like we will. So I guess we'll throw in the gossip that we got here. This is gonna be a very centrist one here. Berry Pair, Spark Rumors. Alright. This is gonna be a terrible paper, but we'll have, like, both of these, which I guess is a thing. Not sure that's helping us any. 52,000 newspapers. Who rang the bell? You gotta stop focusing solely on symptoms crimes. Yeah, we already saw that one. So that was probably our worst performance in a while. I don't think we really made any money off of it, but... we need entertainment. Okay. Lots of random objects. So I think I have to do 3, like, left-wing things to get that. Even more level ups. Okay, so we need a little bit of entertainment this week. There's the hosts. These are the society types. Don't print any gossip. Print an informational newspaper. Don't print any dirt this week. Sure. I don't know why high society is opposed to, like, the cops in this dynamic. That feels weird to me. Okay, so we gotta do entertainment is what we gotta pull. We got some of that already on the way here too. Fleeting social norms in media, which is right-wing, unfortunately, and also gossip. So everything against what those people want. Can't, however, run this one. That would make them happy. So we have to avoid... I'm gonna have trouble remembering all this because I'm an idiot. But let's find out. We got new entertainment here. This one's the right kind for them. So that's great. Chuck you in there. And then over here, we got some stuff that we can do. We'll throw you into here. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see here. So we could talk about the Phoenix Society Hospital or Dr. Miles. This one's more neutral. But... wait, did I not... no, he doesn't do those. Okay, you. Just gotta wait a little bit for Gil to come back. Smelling stops scribbling. Cleveland's new municipal stadium race for its first spectacle of Max Schmeling defends heavyweight crown against young Stribling. 10th of 1,000 are expected back stands for 15-round clash. Get someone ringside. History may be written on fight night. Can I get people I don't really care about on this? I've got 22 hours left on that. I'm not going to be able to actually do this because I need to send Gilbert into this one. Although, admittedly, this is interesting. It's got a right-left thing going on here. We'll do this. Strange bent on that one. I'm not gonna be able to finish this in time, I don't think. That's fine, though. Let's see here. We got outrage happening here. What is this story? Someone's gonna have a statement about something. Alright, fine, whatever. We'll chuck you into that. Get that done. Alright, time for people to get mad at us. I think they're not, actually. I think it's gonna go... Oh, no, it is. 3 protesters. Whatever. It was looking like it might get past that, but it didn't. Alright, fine. Okay, we gotta pay a bribe for this one, but... Outdoor swim races. Sure, why not? I'm mostly sending people on these kinds of jobs just as training anyway. Like, it's not like I really care about those news articles. We also run out of stuff to, like, actually report on. Like, we can... These people are just sitting here. So it's better to just do them. Alright, so we do have to roll, no gossip, no dirt. Left-wing sort of thing there. Should probably do this, actually. Alright, so... Gotta do entertainment of some sort. No gossip. Can't make this the lead story, though, because it's going to be a bigger one. And then we need to have this for that. And then we can have... Man, I don't have great news to report on here. This one gets me a little bit bonus. And is also our left-wing bend that we need. Yeah, this is barely anything. I couldn't get another thing that I wanted to get on that one either, so... 56,000. And we lost a bunch of sales to that other thing there. Still got our subscribers. Wait. How far left does it have to be before it's informational? Damn it. I guess it needed to be, like, way further to the left for them. Okay, well... I guess, no, yeah, it had to be, like, 2. But I don't know how they scale this, because, like, okay, well, whatever. Well, I feel ripped off by that one by a little bit, but, you know, whatever. It's kind of interesting that, like, the high society types, the people who care about, like, social issues and facts, usually they wouldn't. Alright. Either way, that kind of sucks. Let's, try and maybe take some stuff off of these guys? Why the hell not, really? Okay, have to get Econ opening protest. This gets me a couple of them. This gets me a couple of them. Nice, this is good. He's competing with me since I'm in here. I'm gonna get sued, that's fine. Ooh, we avoided it. Nice. Okay, that's rare for me. Alright. Okay, so these ones are bad for us, but if we do them, we can take them out from the under the nose of that other guy. Is the reason that we would do these. What the hell's this? Spy? What the heck? Who is infiltrating? No spy. I have no idea what's going on here. Alright. Okay, these are, again, ones that I don't really care to report on that much. Injury. I'm actually just going to cancel these ones. I'm not going to do this one. It's not only, like, the wrong kind of bent for what our paper's about, but also it's, going to probably get one of my dudes killed, so... let's not do that. Alright, we can just do this. It doesn't really matter. Okay, let's get to some interesting stuff here. Another level up, was that? I don't really know what the laurel wreath's about. I feel like that the level up icon was green though, wasn't it? This room could be a bit more prestigious. Ah, okay, so she's snobbish now because she's got that sort of like, I'm very elite now, so I need a nicer room. Okay. You know what? That's fair. Not sure what actually produces prestige, really, but I'll probably have to buy something that does. Everybody's standing around. I guess we've already got this done here. Alright, so this paper is a scandal that's going to push me in a direction we're trying to avoid going. By contrast, we could get literally most of the stuff that we want from this thing. So I just need those, and then after that I need to get an opening. Do we have a story about an opening? Unfortunately, it's the scandalous one that we don't want to actually necessarily do, but I guess we're doing that this week. So that pushes us both left and right, which is it's going to be primarily right, which is, you know, whatever. This. So it's secret exposed. Bank joins hands. Poisoned ears. All right. Well. Not super happy with this one, but it'll sell. I'm still not 100% sure, like, how some of these systems work. 109,000. It's the first time we've had actually good sales in a while. That gets us the whole district, too. Very well, enjoy your victory, but even runes speak a form of grandeur. Are you trying to quote Mary Shelley or Rose Pierce? I can't remember. Okay, undercover, we get another one of those. Doesn't really matter what direction our rag is on this next one. Man, we are leveling up fast. see, police, ad agency. Ooh, sales desk. So this is the one that would get us that other thing. Bring back draft ads. I don't know what that actually means. I'm guessing this actually can increase our sales, though. That's interesting. Okay, so we got something very good, I think. Page module 3, page module 4. What's the difference between these? Maybe we just need to have them so that, like, maybe you're not allowed to just use the same kind of page module over and over again. So this would let us get more assembled, I guess? I don't know. We need to do a gruesome, tragic story. Is she doing the absolute cinema pose at me? I think she's absolute cinema-ing me. Okay, well, let's see if I can find something that overlaps with that, and if I can, we can do that. Alright, so this has the gruesome part. No heartbreak to it. This has heartbreak. Okay, I think I can find this. So the thing here is I kind of don't have any more influence points, so we're sort of stuck with what we got as far as that goes. Anyway, need more paper badly here. Okay, so we could run ads. But I have to have, like, I think an ad table here first. So we put our sales desk down. Can get someone who's good at this. Got less trash. We got extremely slow but cheap. I think we picked this guy because he's already quite good and is not that expensive. He does look like he might be weird, though. Empty draft ad. Retired but still making a buck. What? Turn yarn into treasure. Society, money. Does this mean we're getting money because we're printing that? I'm not actually sure how that works. Okay, either way. We could do a complete refit of something where we just move these guys down to here and we move this stuff up a floor or something like that and make it so that it stretches across the whole thing. The problem is that we'll have like a huge amount of problems down below it, but that we might be getting close to the time where we want to do that, or just have like a full-on area that's just all printers. Do have training here for undercover, negates mobster risk again. We'll send again Gilbert on this one because he does tend to get in trouble. I think this is in fact an ad that we can run in our newspaper. Okay. It's all happened in New York here. Okay. Let's see. We got a left wing and a right wing thing, and I don't really think it matters actually for this particular day. He's going to be on that for a while. Well, we also have to think about this stuff. I need something that's gruesome, though. This gets me heartbreak. People are demanding more prestigious stuff pretty much across the board here. Purple Gang's men slain. A person from Detroit say 3 men tied to the Purple Gang were found dead in the Collingwood Avenue flat. Okay, so I don't think I've got any way in hell of actually doing this, so we're not going to bother. We'll stick with our New York news here. If only Gilbert was back, we could actually do that right now. For this one, we're going to focus on getting this done here. We'll have you down here. We'll have you here. Okay, it looks like we can have all sorts of people working on this one. I'm gonna actually... Do we have anything gruesome? I need to skip until we find that gruesome crime or whatever. I guess the high society people actually really just care about finding, like, entertaining things to have happen to them. Alright, get that. Gruesome? Aha! Sending Gilbert out to do his stuff the week we did it is a bad week. Get started. You on that one. Then we'll have Vlad head into this one. This one's also gruesome, actually. You know what? We haven't had mobs. That's 3 this time. Interesting. I don't have enough water coolers for this. Well, we'll get started on this one again. This has been a bad week. I don't think I'm going to get what I need here. Well, we'll probably fail that mission, but you know what? It happens. Get that public outrage going. 5 protesters. Lovely. Alright, so we can run the ad, and that'll just get us money, it looks like. Because the station is broken, man. Alright. Oh, God, that sucks. Okay, we can get this at least, but that's not gonna finish it. That one's also Monday. What if I don't know. I could try this one again. I feel like we could actually, oh, I don't have a save. Alright, we'll hit that. We'll just have to run it. We're just gonna have to fail the mission, and you know what? That's fine. This will be the lead one. It's kind of sucks, but it's not a great one either. We'll get a little bit more out of that one than from the others, and then we'll just have to run something old here. This is a bad newspaper, but at least we'll earn money off of it. No, that was actually not that bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. Kind of got a disinformation rag on this one. Yeah. These are hard requests. Yeah, it's going to shift to the right. That's fine. One head left on the next one, but we only want to go a little bit left. Adds a quality star when the story file contains a fame tag. Okay. What the hell? Advertiser market interest. Interesting. Okay, we'll stick with that one. We'll try this again. Print entertainment the most, don't print gossip. How am I supposed to get that combination? Alright, we'll try again. You ladies suck. Here come the protesters. Fortunately, we have to fix everything and get our internals running again, so it'll take us a while before we even have anything working. Mind you, it is going to suck because we're stuck outside now, but you know what? It's fine. Protesters are gone. We'll get sued. Fantastic. Oop, we got away. Okay, we need to not run this though, unfortunately, but we kind of do. I guess it'll depend on our priorities. Maybe we... I do want to get that thing that it had offered, though, so... Yep, Edison dies at 84. Okay, let's hit breaking news on this one. If she could get back in time, that would be great. This would be actually really good news to run for us. It's not entertainment, though. Do that. I mean, I just have to re-roll until I get it, entertainment. And we'll even have to run, like, this harmful books thing. Although, that's on the way nicely. Okay, this is, again, not really something we want to run here. Can you give me some entertainment, guys? There we go. This is actually a really good article. The problem is I'm not going to have it done in time. Okay, we're actually going to just ignore that for now. Okay, because we need to have him pop into here as soon as this first part finishes. This is all hands on deck kind of a news article, basically. I'm not going to have it done in time, though. This is where, you know, you need to have someone run in yelling, "Stop the presses." Yeah, that's not going to be done till Monday. I don't have any ads that I can run. Okay. Wait. Oh, it's because he hasn't even come into the door yet. Alright, fine. What if... The entertainment that we do have, like, this is ×3, so would that count as, like, more for that? I have no idea. That also counts for the gruesome. Then we can get this one down here. Although that contributes to something we don't want for this one. So we want this one because it's, like, hot news. If I had this, this would be super, super good. This one's 2.5 times. I don't think this is going to count, but what can I do about it? We were off by just such a tiny amount. Didn't push far enough to the left there. Yep, nope, that didn't count. Man. New readers' interest, advertisers' favorite. Okay, well, my costs are spiraling. That's kind of fine though. Make entertainment and make idea page combo. What have we got for this? This has idea, this has entertainment, so I just need to have another idea and another entertainment. So with Dick Tracy comic thing being delayed a bit is actually really, really good here. Alright, we're going to accept this. I'm still not going to be able to do it, but, you know, that's life. This game absolutely despises me. Alright. This has idea. That's perfect. You know, I think each of the check marks for this stupid thing actually matters as far as how this works. So if it's got like 3 different check marks, it like gives you all 3, so I think that'd be worth 3 points in total. So that's probably what's going on. I kind of hate that system the way they've implemented it. It's not my favorite. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not my favorite. Because it is hard to get. I feel like there's not a lot of control over some of this stuff is basically what I would say. Skipping. Okay, sending you to this one, and then we'll get Madeline on the other part. This is our entertainment. We need this. Okay, we got our paper. Everything after this is gravy. Ooh, unless we can get a better entertainment. It doesn't look like it. The hell? Censorship? Candidate radio interview cuts, feed drops mid-speech. So it's about censorship. Okay, I thought we were about to get censored. Okay, this one... Chuck you in there. Alright, and that's our entire news week. That got filled in fast because we kept throwing stuff out. Just running down the clock at this point. Okay, so we do this. And then we have to do one of these. And then we have to do this one. And that gets us everything we wanted. Breakthrough can appear anywhere. Everything is shoving us way to the left. I have no idea what was over there. I don't know if this is actually a good idea. Might not be, actually, but it's what we got. We'll just print the damn thing. $124,600. New record. Amazing. It's still good left in the world. Didn't do the dirt, though. Yeah, art gallery is something I want to do. Oh, we almost got all the way over here to this guy again. That guy's an asshole. Alright. Here we can just go centrist. Coordinator immediately unlocks the next story file within the news. Note that once this report is assigned, it cannot be undone. What the hell? What's that even mean? Receive 5 influence points. It's probably also 5 influence points. Alright. So that's what's coming up. Shows off. At least our wages didn't increase this time. I need to figure out how to get a larger newspaper, right? Print at least 1 educational. That shouldn't be that hard. I don't think we've got an educational right now, but, like, How hard could that be? Glad that we're constantly running out of paper here. All in New York here. Alright. Nothing educational here, but let's check to see what's going on with the other one. Are you educational? Nope, but different people, and they're still okay news. I feel like we'll still do these. Because I feel like we can get these done relatively quickly. Now I just need someone who can get into this one. Christmas wreath. I keep forgetting, I need to get something that gets me prestige, but I don't have any points, so I can't actually do it. Okay, I'm gonna have to start skipping stuff for education. Although I do also need dirt. There's dirt. Turning us into a sensationalist rag, but you know what, that's fine. I get them dragged in by that sensationalist drag and then disappointed with every other newspaper afterwards, sort of thing. Alright. These are basic, but... I'm now at that point where I'm worried about the educational thing here. There we go. Bank of the United States collapses. What the hell? Collapse of the United States banks is about to collapse. Economists talk about 200 million deposits. This makes the largest single bank failure in the nation's history. Yeah, I can't do shit about that. I need a much bigger news team. Alright, we're about to get hit by mobsters again, but that's fine. We got our water coolers ready for this. This is gonna potentially suck, actually. I like how he was fixing the water cooler, and then they came in and destroyed the water cooler. Okay, so do we have anything educational? I think we got screwed out of that by the whole thing there. What if I canceled some of these? I'm gonna actually... Can I... No. Let's try redoing the day. I think that we could have gotten through that, although partly that's... Oh, autosave. I think we can cancel a bunch of stuff and end up with that other one. I wonder if you can prioritize, like, it'd be nice if I could figure out how to prioritize it so they do, like, a specific thing first. Yeah, this is this one. This one the autosave is. Okay. They'll give me a different one here. Nope, same one. Alright, I think we throw out more stuff here, and we maybe don't piss off the mob this time. I don't know. I usually figure it's worth making the mob angry, just out of principle. Okay, I feel like we still do this one. I'm gonna not do the other one. We'll still do some of these simple ones, especially this one. Okay. Oh, we only got two. Oh, we only get one mobster this time. Okay, that'll help because he'll just destroy our ablative water cooler instead of destroying everything again. Can I do this? No, we can't. We could hire one more reporter, like that would be what we do. But, like, this is taking too long here. Apparently we can actually run part of it, though, so... I like how apparently the water is food. Apparently that's what they meant when they're ordering food. What the hell? Okay, what's all this stuff? Oh, this is this interface to figure out... Okay, interesting. This is basically our best one here. Our best article. We also want to do this. So we can get this finished here. And I guess we do this one. I don't know which would be more important. Maybe this would be more important. Doesn't get me any multiplier, though. I can't tell what that's actually doing. Okay. Yeah, we barely sold any today. Lost a bunch of them to that guy. That's fine. We got this. That's really what I'm concerned about. We also got this. Happy with that. That works. Oh, that's where we were. Okay. %50 off reporting time, but add sloppy reporting. Okay, so we don't want to get that. We want to actually be centrist on this one. Train wreck. How rude. Yeah, I need to find items that increase prestige, basically. So portrait frames do. What's the telegraphing station for? Oh, it's a better quality telegraph station, I think. Interesting. Okay. 50% boat discount. What's a boat for? Traveling by boat? What the hell? Didn't even know these were things that could happen. Alright. Might as well get this done eventually. We'll have to actually figure out what this is. Let's see here. Adventure page and idea page. Alright. Doing our best here. Okay, so let's go ahead and try and make that one person who keeps whining about us not being prestigious looking enough feel a little bit better about everything. There we go. That ought to do. In any event, though, I'm actually going to save. We're going to call it for today. Save over this one. Alright. So, I feel like we're making some progress, but it feels like you earn money super slowly in this game. Like, it's about treading water until you can get a big breakthrough and, like, start turning ahead, but the scaling on your income actually feels like it's kind of slow. Whereas the scaling on your costs feels like it's actually about similar. I think you're going to end up having to fire, like, veteran reporters because they cost too much, and replacing them with, like, amateurs so that you can, like, get them in there. Although, now that they're faster, I don't need as many of them as well, so there's that. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting game in terms of the loop. You're not building a tower. Like, that's not really a main focus of this game, so it's not a sim tower-like game at all. Which is interesting, but yeah, it's interesting trying to figure out how to scale this up as well. I need to figure out how to do more ad stuff as well. I haven't been paying enough attention to that. Yeah, how to get this guy to actually have more ads would be something I'd really want. In any event, though, that's pretty much going to be it for today. But yeah, I hope you found this one enjoyable, and of course, as always, hope to see you guys all next time.